From Anshei Sphard-Beth Emeth congregation, it's time to take 10 minutes for Torah with Rabbi Joel Finkelstein.
Welcome to our discussion of Parshat Vayehi, the importance of being Yissachar. Yissachar is kind of a strange character. He seems to be given a prominent role in the Berachot Yaakov and the blessings that Yaakov gives to his children. And yet, what is he? Why is he significant? His tribe is buried there somewhere in the northern regions. He's one of the later children. What's he all about? So we know, of course, the Midrash based on the verse later on for Moses' blessings in the last parsha of the Torah, in V'zot HaBracha, where it says, Smach Zevulun b'tzeitecha v'Yissachar ba'olacha. The contrast is Zevulun, who goes out, presumably in business, and Yissachar, who is a home in the tent, presumably the tents of Torah. However, here, it doesn't seem like they have this kind of a partnership. You learn, I'll work, but rather, it seems that Yissachar is also involved in some kind of business, rather farming. And what does it say? Let's read the verse together. Yissachar chamor garim. Yissachar is a heavy-boned donkey. Now, what kind of statement is that? Do we usually compare people to donkeys? All right, let's think about it. Rovetz ben mishpatayim. He's found between the folds, between the borders. What's going on? What does that mean? He sees that the rest is good, but the aretz ki na'ima, and the land is pleasant. He puts his shoulder to bear the burden, and he becomes a tributary. He lands out paying all these taxes. What's going on here? What is it referring to? If he's working and he's paying taxes, then what do you mean that he sees he sees that rest is good? Some suggest that since he's sort of landlocked between the different hills, even Midrash lays out the different possible hills which surround the tribe of Yissachar, and since he's landlocked, surrounded by Jewish tribes, he doesn't need to fight in the wars, but people say, well, your tribe has to do something, so he contributes some sort of a tax. What's this business of comparing to a donkey? Apparently it's a compliment. To be like a donkey is not a bad thing, it's good. Donkey is dependable, donkey works day and night, he's diligent, and that's the comparison. The story of Yissachar and Zvulun goes back to the very birth. You recall that Rachel and Leah were having a rivalry. Now, Rachel only had 2 children. Leah had 6. And the 2 that put her over the edge were Yissachar and Zvulun. If she had given those 2, if those 2 had been born to Rachel, Rachel would have 4, and then Leah would have 4. Where did it switch? Where did it land out that Rachel lost 2? Well, when they had that famous mandrakes, the dudaim. The dudaim were a type of aphrodisiac, or what it was, a beautiful flower, and Reuven had plucked some, and Rachel said that she wants to take the dudaim, and Leah said, what do you mean? They're my dudaim, these are my flowers, you're taking them for us? She said, well, Rachel said, you can have the husband tonight, it's really my night, but you can have the husband tonight, I'll take the mandrakes. She was perhaps hoping that the aphrodisiac would be more important than actually being with her husband, would be to have these mandrakes to help her be more fertile, perhaps. Well, it failed miserably, and Hadudaim not nureach, as Midrash explains, based on the verse in Song of Songs, these dudaim produced 2 things, Yissachar and Zvulun. She was so fruitful, she got Yissachar and Zvulun. So really, as Rabbi Yoshua Shapiro of Ramat Gan Yeshiva explains, really, Yissachar and Zvulun really should have been part of Rachel's tribe, but instead they're part of Leah's tribe. But in some ways, they have some sort of secret of Rachel and Leah. What's the difference between Rachel and Leah? Well, Rachel is outwardly beautiful. She is beautiful as soon as you see her. It's outward. That's why she had to be hidden from Esau. That's why her son Yosef is so outward. He's always boasting and always telling dreams and interpreting. He's out there. But Leah, although there is an idea that Leah goes out, but her beauty is inward. Her beauty is in her eyes. She's inside her own world. Yissachar and Zvulun partake of both. Let's focus on Yissachar. So for this, we turn to an interesting midrash. Midrash says in Midrash Rabbah 98:12 that many different interpretations, but one is quite interesting. It says that the fruits of Yissachar, chamor garim, it was like a large bone fruit. It was a terrific fruit. And the tribe of Yissachar would take them and they would give them to, they would take them out on business, and the people would see these fruits. And perhaps it was Yissachar, or perhaps it was Zebulun who took it out. But in any event, when they go out into the world and sell the fruits, people would say, wow, look at these fruits. This is unbelievable. And they would say, well, you want to hear something really unbelievable? The people who make these fruits, they don't sit around all day and fertilize the fruits. They sit around all day studying Torah. And then they reap them. And somehow they're able to do both. And the people are so amazed that they convert. Yissachar chamor garem should be read as Yissachar chamor gorem legerim. It causes gerim. Garem, meaning large bone, actually means gorem, to cause, and gerim, converts. That people converted to Judaism because we heard about these people who had this incredible ability to be inward, that they're learning Torah, and to be outward, to share the glory of Judaism with everyone else. What is the glory of Judaism? What's the importance of being like Yissachar? To be able to grow your fruits, to do your work, to attend your field, and to study Torah. The rabbis say, based on a verse in Divrei Yamim, that they're Yodei Bina La'itim, these are people who know the times. What does that mean? They know the most difficult area of Jewish law. Even the Ravid says he wasn't so familiar with the area of intercalating the calendar, the astronomy, and how to figure out the Rosh Chodesh and the new moon and the new month. And this is something they knew. They were part of the Sanhedrin. To be that learned, and to be inward, to be able to learn Torah and to be exemplars of great learning, to be part of the tent. They're in their tent, but they're also out as well. The Zvulun perhaps helps them get out and go out. To have this combination is an amazing combination. Now, if we look at the tribes and the blessings, you say, well, the blessing of Judah, that's a messianic blessing. But the other blessings, just talking about different parts of Jewish history, Samson, whatever. One might suggest that it's more than that. That the characteristics that are outlined for each one of the tribes, particularly the positive tribes, not necessarily Reuven and Shimon or Levi, the positive tribes, those characteristics that are outlined are characteristics that are necessary collectively to bring about the redemption. It's true the Redeemer will come from Jacob, but Yissachar is not disconnected from the redemption. Ultimately, part of the redemption is to bring the Torah to the world, to let the world know about the glory of Judaism. And what is the glory of Judaism? It's to elevate the mundane and bring it up. And Yissachar had that ability to take the fruits and make them into something really, really special. He saw all the tribes all around him. He was able to appreciate the land of Israel. He loved the land. He worked the land, but he also loved Torah, and he also loved the work of Torah like a chamor, like a donkey, to work day and night for Torah. And this great combination, something that's going to inspire the whole world. And it's true, maybe Yissachar won't save the whole world, but he'd be part of that. He already was, in his own day, was part of that. Spreading the word of Torah, bringing others into the fold. This is the secret of Yissachar. This is their connection with Zvulun. This is what these verses mean. This is the greatness of Yissachar, not only for himself, but for the whole world. The importance of being Yissachar is not just the importance of sort of combining the Yissachar and the Zvulun. Yissachar within himself had both the Torah and the Madah, the Torah and the Derech Eretz, the Torah and the worldliness, the Torah and the land of Israel. And in this way, Yissachar is a great exemplar, someone we should all model ourselves to follow in his ways. Thanks for joining us here at the Anshei Sphard-Beth Emeth congregation here in Memphis, Tennessee. Join us each week for a discussion of the Parsha, the various holidays, and we want to thank our producer, Jason Lefkowitz. Thank you.
This has been 10 Minutes for Torah with Rabbi Joel Finkelstein. To learn more, visit asb.org.